Good evening, Jitendra.
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir.
Okay, just wait for 2 to 3 minutes till everyone is joining. Yeah, good evening, everyone.
Good evening, sir.
Now it seems almost everyone is joined. We can start now. Okay, what did we do? What did we do in the last class?
So we were doing some questions.
Yeah, we were doing some questions from force and laws of motion, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Right. Just wait for another 1 minute. We are starting in 1 minute.
Good evening, sir.
Okay, let's continue now. So in the last class, we did about force and laws of motion. We were doing the questions from force and laws of motion. Is there anyone who is having any doubt from that chapter? Okay, all of you, how many chapters are you getting for your exams? Are you getting force and laws of motion for your exams?
Yes, sir. We are having.
Okay. Anyone who is getting the next chapter for its exams? Like from chemistry, we have done two chapters, and in bio we have done one chapter, that is cell. We are still doing with that. So is there anyone who is getting anything other than that in his syllabus?
Sir, biology tissue chapter. Tissues.
Which one? Tissues chapter
Tissue.
you are getting. Okay,
Yes,
so
sir.
basically I think we are lagging in bio, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let's continue with bio. I think we shall continue with today with bio.
Sir,
Yes,
so for me, tissues is also there.
tissues is also there. Okay, so let's continue with bio first.
Sir, sir, even
Yeah.
for me, tissues are also there, sir.
Which one?
Sir, tissues we are also having.
Okay, you are also having. Okay, so I think we are lagging in bio. So we shall continue with that. Uh, okay, let me share the screen. Okay, so let's continue with the chapter cell. So see, in chapter cell, what all we had done. In chapter cell, we had done the differences between plant cell and animal cell. Okay, today we'll be doing the different other constituents. We'll be doing the nucleus. Then after nucleus, we'll continue with we had cell. In that, we'll continue the nucleus. In the last class, we were also to do about the structure of the cell membrane. Then we will do the other cell organelles, like we'll see the Golgi body, mitochondria, Golgi body, mitochondria, lysosomes, and ribosomes. We'll see all these. So in the nucleus, we had seen that the nucleus consists of the nuclear membrane, nucleus consists of the nuclear membrane, nucleolus, nucleoplasm, and chromatin fibers. So these are the four constituents of the nucleus, or these are the four things which make up the nucleus. Okay. So nuclear membrane, it is the boundary of the nucleus which marks its boundary and separates the contents of the nucleus. It separates the content of nucleus from the surrounding cytoplasm. Okay. Then nucleoplasm, it is a granular substance that is present. Nucleoplasm, it is a granular substance that is present inside the nucleus, and it is the site of cell division also. It is the site where chromosomes convert into chromatin fibers get converted into chromosomes. Okay, and also a number of the DNA, breaking apart of the DNA into RNA, that is the formation of messenger RNA and transfer RNA, it is done in the nucleoplasm. Nucleolus, it is a dense matter present inside the nucleus. So these are the four components of the nucleus, right? Nuclear membrane, it has some tiny pores located in it. The tiny pores inside in the nuclear membrane, they are the site, or they are the places of exchange of the material through the cell membrane. So if any material is to be exchanged through the cell membrane as cytoplasm, it is exchanged through the nuclear membrane. Okay. Now, I think you don't have any doubt with the nuclear membrane, nucleolus, and nucleoplasm. The chromatin fibers, these are some thread-like structures like this, which are found inside the plasma, inside the nucleus. Okay. During the process of the cell division, these chromatin fibers or thread-like structures which are found in the nucleus, which are called as chromatin fibers. So these chromatin fibers, they become thick in their structures called chromosomes. So see, they become something like this, which we call chromosomes. Okay. So they become thick in structures like this, which are called as chromosomes. So these are the chromosomes, and here these two structures which we see, they are called as chromatids. So each structure here is called as chromatid, and these two, they are called as sister chromatids. They are the sister chromatids. The genetic material, it is present on this chromosome. So here on the chromosomes, you have the presence of genetic material. So if your chromosomes, they are the carrier of the genetic information. Okay. The role of the chromosomes is in the transfer of the genetic information from one generation to another. Got it? Anyone having any doubt with related with the chromosomes or chromatin fibers? So chromosomes or chromatin fibers, they are the same thing. Chromosomes are the thickened form of the chromatin fibers. Got it? The next we'll observe here that how does the cell membrane look like? So your cell membrane is made up of I'll show you the structure also, the cell membrane. The molecular construction of the cell membrane is like it is a phospholipid bilayer. It is a phospholipid bilayer. Okay. Phospholipid bilayer means you have a molecule of phosphate attached to a lipid. So like this, a phosphate group attached to a lipid molecule here, and these are bilayer. That means there are two layers. So this is one layer here. This top is the phosphate molecule, and this lining which we see, this is the lipid molecule. So you have one molecule of you have a phospholipid molecule here and a phospholipid molecule here. and hence it makes it a bilayer. So in this way, we have their continuous arrangement of phospholipid molecules, giving it a bilayer structure like this. Okay, so I'm telling you the molecular makeup of the cell membrane. So your cell membrane, it looks something like this. Got it? So this is the cell membrane. Now, in between these in between these molecules of phospholipid, you have some protein molecules, which are also called as glycoproteins. So some of the proteins, they pass through and through the cell membrane. They are these proteins. They are also called as tunnel proteins. Okay. Again, you will have a layer of phospholipid like this. So here like this. Got it? Got it? So understood this structure? Another thing was given about this structure of the cell membrane, that it was protein icebergs. The structure is described something like this. It says protein icebergs, protein in icebergs floating in a sea of lipids. Floating in a sea of lipids. So you have lipids, and here these tunnel proteins which pass through and through, they appear to be icebergs. Okay, and here you have these lipid molecules. I'll show you a better diagram for this structure of the cell membrane. Okay, let's see the structure of cell membrane here. Mm, see. Okay, see this one. See, the same thing which I drew over there, the same diagram is made over here. You can see a bilayer of phospholipids. So can everyone see a bilayer of phospholipids? Yes? Are you there or not? Is
Yes, sir.
everyone there or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So keep enjoying your class. When you feel bored, you can tell a joke. Or I'll ask anyone the person who doesn't respond to any answer, if I call that person's name 2 times, 3 times, and the person doesn't respond, so that person will have to tell something. Okay. So here, that means that person is feeling sleepy or is somewhere bored. So here, see, we observe the two layers. See, the upper layer and the lower layer consisting of a cholesterol molecule and a phosphate bond. In between, you have these integral proteins, or also called as tunnel proteins. You have some proteins. So if you observe the same proteins here from the top, they appear to be like icebergs floating in a sea of lipids. Got it? They are also the carbohydrates. We also find some of the carbohydrate molecules also present in this cell membrane. Got it, everyone? So this is how a cell membrane chemically looks like.
Sir,
Yes?
so can I go to washroom?
Yeah. Yeah, sure. Very good. So everyone understood about the cell membrane? Okay. So see, this was the structure of a cell membrane, and after cell membrane, we have to look for the structure of Golgi body. Okay. So we'll also see the functions that are performed by the Golgi body. Can anyone tell me what are the functions performed by the cell membrane?
So it allows the transfer of materials like water molecules in and out of the cell.
It helps in the transport of materials through the cell membrane, like water molecules, a few nutrients, proteins, some of the glucose, that is the carbohydrates. Okay. Anything else? Okay, now let's look up at the Golgi body. How does the Golgi body look like? So in the diagram, we drew the Golgi body to be something like this. We drew our Golgi bodies to be like this. See, we should be able to draw them also in a good manner. So whatever we draw, we generally draw a two-dimensional figure. Okay. So a Golgi body, it is a membranous structure. So it is a double layered, or it's a membranous structure. And here there are two faces of this Golgi body. They are called as the cis face and the trans face. Okay. So from one of the sides here, you have the formation of the vesicles. So the role of the, we'll be discussing here the role of the Golgi body. Also, can anyone tell who discovered Golgi bodies?
Sir, Camillo Golgi.
Yeah, very good. So Camillo Golgi discovered about the Golgi bodies. Okay. So Golgi body, they were discovered by Camillo Golgi, and these Golgi bodies, they perform the function of packaging, a packaging function. They help in or they form the formation of vesicles. Formation of vesicles, lysosomes, they are done by the Golgi bodies. Okay. So you can say that the Golgi bodies, they act as the housekeeping purposes. Okay. One of the faces, the upper face, is known as the cis face. Oh, sorry. The upper face is known as the trans face, and the lower face is known as the cis face. It is also called as the forming face of the Golgi body. So let us see a three-dimensional figure of the Golgi body and try to understand its different components. Okay. See, this is the diagram that we drew for the Golgi body, and we drew it in the two-dimensional figure. Right? We observe here a three-dimensional figure of the Golgi body. Here, at this face is the cis face, and at this face, it is the trans face. So, cis face is also called as the forming face. Right? So, incoming transport vehicles, they enter at the cis face, and when the vesicles are completed, they are formed, so they are released from the trans phase. The lamellar structures or the lamella which we see in the Golgi body, they are called as cisternae. So let's label in our diagram also like this. So these structures, they are called as cisternae, These are incoming vesicles. And these are the leaving vesicles. So this appears to be the cis phase, and this appears to be the trans phase of the Golgi. Okay. So just draw a diagram of the Golgi body quickly. Quickly draw a diagram of the Golgi body as shown here. Draw a good diagram. So I'm showing you some good diagram and then draw it like that. Mm, I want the clear diagram of the Golgi. Okay, let's try to make this diagram of the Golgi body. However, my drawing itself is not that good, but I expect you people to draw a good diagram for the Golgi body. Okay, so just draw a Golgi body and show it. Draw this diagram of a Golgi body. Jitendra, are you drawing the diagram for the Golgi body?
Yes, sir.
Okay, draw the diagram for this. Shall we move ahead? Shall we move ahead? Yeah, Yukta, have you drawn the diagram for the Golgi body?
Yes, sir. I'm just in the last part.
Okay.
Yes, sir. I'm done.
Okay. So let's move to the next topic. We have done the Golgi body. The next topic is mitochondria. So this is a very important part of the cell. In mitochondria, as we know that this is the site for energy production. So apart from mitochondria, is there any part of the cell where energy is produced? Yes, is there any part of the cell where energy is produced apart from mitochondria?
Sir, ribosomes.
Ribosomes, no. A good try. Anyone else? Yukta, can you think? Okay, just one thing should strike your mind. When I say that mitochondria, they are the site of respiration and hence
When they
energy
produce
is produced here. Yes? Yes, someone was saying.
nothing, sir, I was just saying the same thing.
No. See, energy is produced in mitochondria. But have you heard of any cells which do not contain mitochondria?
No, sir, because all need energy to their life process.
Okay, what about the prokaryotic cells?
Sir, they too have mitochondria.
See, the prokaryotic cells, they do not have any membrane-bound organelles. So how can they have mitochondria?
Sir, can you repeat?
See, in the prokaryotic cells, we do not find mitochondria. Okay, so do the prokaryotic cells perform respiration? If yes, so how
Yes,
do
sir.
they obtain energy then? Since they
Sir,
don't have
they do.
mitochondria.
Sir,
Yeah.
they do photosynthesis due to the plastids present in them.
See, photosynthesis is the mode of nutrition, not the mode of respiration. See, in our body, we are performing two functions. We are performing nutrition as well as respiration. Even plants also perform photosynthesis as well as respiration. Both the processes they are performed by plants also. So respiration is a different thing. Respiration is like utilizing the contents of your body to produce energy. Yes, anything? So see what happens in prokaryotic cells and even in eukaryotic cells. Your respiration is performed in two steps. I hope in your previous classes, like in your class 6, 7, 8, you might have studied about something called anaerobic respiration.
Yes, sir, it is done in it is the respiration done in absence of
Yeah, so
oxygen.
this is the respiration which is done in the absence of oxygen, whereas aerobic respiration is done in the presence of oxygen. So the anaerobic respiration, the anaerobic respiration is performed by the cytoplasm. The cytoplasm performs the anaerobic respiration, and aerobic respiration, it is performed in the mitochondria. Okay, so now you got to know that prokaryotic cells, they do perform respiration, but they perform anaerobic respiration, right? These cells, they perform anaerobic respiration. Got it? Understood, this is clear. Now see what happens with the mitochondria. Mitochondria is a double membranous structure. So a mitochondria, it is a double membranous structure like this. So there is a double membrane, and inside this mitochondria you have matrix filled with it. In the matrix you have certain foldings which are called as cristae. So there are certain foldings found in these mitochondria. These foldings are called as cristae. Okay. And under these cristae, you have the presence of certain tiny particles which are called as the F1 particles. So here you have the presence of some particles on the cristae called the F1 particles. So this I am drawing the structure of mitochondria. So these are called, these foldings, they are called cristae. This is your lamella. And here you have the matrix. A fluid is filled through it, which we call as the matrix. So a mitochondria has a fluid filled matrix. Got it?
So what are those dots known as again?
Which box?
So the brown ones on crystal.
F1 particles.
Okay, sir.
They are called as F1 particles. Mitochondria also contains its own DNA. So its DNA is also present on this cristae only. So it also has the presence of its DNA. So DNA of the mitochondria is also found here. So mitochondria, it's a cell within a cell. It can perform respiration of its own. It has its own DNA. Right? So it provides energy and something about the energy currencies. See how does the energy works inside the cell. Inside the cell, energy works in the form of phosphate molecules. So ATP molecules, they are called as the energy currencies. Okay. ATP, it stands for, anyone can anyone tell about the full form of ATP?
Adenosine
Adenosine
triphosphate.
triphosphate.
Which one?
Adenosine triphosphate.
Yeah, it is adenosine triphosphate. Then ATP molecules, they get converted to ADP molecules. Okay. ADP stands for adenosine diphosphate. So these ATP molecules and ADP molecules, they work as energy currencies. Like if an ATP molecule is converted to ADP molecule, you will have a release of energy. Energy will be released. Okay. During the respiration process, what happens? During the respiration process, ADP molecules, with the help of the energy, they are converted to ATP molecules. So the amount of energy produced is also measured as the amount of ATP molecules created. So during a complete anaerobic respiration, 34 molecules of ATP are created. And during anaerobic respiration, 2 molecules of ATP are created. So in which case do we have a greater amount of energy produced? Yes, in which one we have a greater amount of energy being produced?
Can you repeat question?
In the case of aerobic respiration and in the case of anaerobic respiration. In
Your
which case?
aerobic respiration.
Aerobic respiration. How many ATP molecules are produced in aerobic respiration?
So I think 32 ATP molecules.
Yeah. 34 ATP molecules are produced in aerobic respiration, and during anaerobic respiration there are 2 ATP molecules which are produced. So ATP molecules, they are the measure of these ATP molecules, they are the measure of how much energy is generated. Got it? So we'll also see a block diagram for the mitochondria. a good picture of the mitochondria also we'll see. However, we have seen the structure of the mitochondria. Its different constituents we have seen. We'll also see a good picture so that you will be able, maybe you can draw it well. So see. Okay. So there are some labelings which we missed out, like the outer membrane, the inner membrane. Then matrix, I told you that matrix is the gel-like material which is contained in these foldings. And these foldings, they contain the F1 particles. Also the DNA is also present in them. Okay. So you can make either this one as the diagram or this one also looks easy. Okay. So just draw this diagram. I think this seems to be quite easy. So you can draw this diagram of mitochondria. Okay. Draw the diagram of this mitochondria. Yeah, yeah. Have you drawn the diagram of this mitochondria? Harshit, Harshit, can you show your diagram?
So just 2 minutes.
Okay. So just now I'll be checking everyone's diagram, both the diagrams, the Golgi body and mitochondria, both of them. Shirvan, have you drawn the diagram for mitochondria?
No, sir. So I'm still doing.
Okay, so let's see your diagrams. Let's see how much of the diagram has been completed by everyone. Jitendra, start with Jitendra. Okay, Jitendra,
Sir,
show me.
I
Yeah,
did not
Jitendra.
label the diagram, sir.
Okay, you can show the previous diagram.
Okay, sir.
You can show the previous diagram, like that of. Okay. Okay, so this one is mitochondria, and then please label them. Without labeling, there is no meaning. Okay, label both of them and then show.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Then Advait. Okay, Advait, you are unable to mute since last 4 classes. Okay, so what you can do, just turn on your camera. Turn on the camera. Are you able to turn on the camera? Okay. Then Yukta, is your diagram ready?
Yes, sir.
Okay, please show. Yeah, just Advait, give access. Advait, give access to Zoom workplace, then it will turn on. Yukta, okay, okay, very good. Yukta. Just hold on, Yukta. I'm just checking it. Then matrix, outer membrane. Please check. Okay, make the DNA also.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Likita, show your diagram. Likita, pin in yourself. Just 1 minute, Likita, let me forward. Sister ने okay, also mark the cis phase and trans phase in the Golgi body. Right, Likita? Mark the cis phase and trans phase in the Golgi body and show me the diagram of mitochondria again. Just you need to draw this mitochondria again, okay? Just make it in the folding form. Okay. Who has not shown? Harshit? Harshit, just show your diagram.
Sir, sir, I'm just labeling, just 1 minute.
Okay. Okay, Advait, you can do one thing. I think you need to allow your Zoom to get access to mic and camera, and that will be under the settings tab or under the settings tab. You need to go to personal. I think under the security or something you find this feature. Okay. So no, not in the app. In the settings, not in the app. You don't need to get in the app. You need to allow microphone for Zoom. Okay. Under your those settings, you can Google it out how to allow microphone for Zoom so that it will be allowed. Okay, you can check it later. Harshit, Harshit, are you showing? Okay, let's continue further. We have done mitochondria, and I think everyone has understood about the mitochondria. See, mitochondria is the site where complete respiration occurs. That means it is the site where energy is produced completely. Okay, so this was the diagram which we discussed. Now, how the mitochondria works, how the energy conversion takes place, that is not in your syllabus. Okay, you just have to study the structure of the mitochondria. Okay, so a mitochondria is a double membranous structure. Okay, that means there are two membranes, the outer membrane and the inner membrane. The mitochondria has certain foldings which are called as cristae. On the cristae, some F1 particles are located. Inside the matrix, you will also find the location of DNA. So DNA of the mitochondria is also located on the inner side. Got it? So let's see what else was there. Okay, so here we have done mitochondria. Then we have to see these are the small organelles like lysosomes and ribosomes. Okay, just give me 1 minute. Okay, so I'm back again. Let's continue with lysosomes and ribosomes. Then we have endoplasmic reticulum also. Okay, so see how do the lysosomes and ribosomes work. Lysosomes, they are the single membranous structure and they contain hydrolytic enzymes. The enzymes which are present for the digestion. So our lysosomes, they contain hydrolytic enzymes. Hydrolytic enzymes, that means enzymes for digestion. So they release enzymes to digest the contents from the cytoplasm. Okay. So some of the when the lysosomes burst out, they have the capacity to digest the cytoplasm itself. So lysosomes, they can also digest cytoplasm. Yeah, okay. So it can also digest the cytoplasm, right? Lysosomes can also digest cytoplasm, and if they digest the cytoplasm, so the contents of the cell will finish up, and hence the cell will become dead. So as a result, lysosomes, they are also called as suicidal bags. Got it? Okay, so we stop our class here. In the next class, we'll continue again with cell only. So first we'll continue the chapter cell, and then we'll try to start the chapter tissues. Got it? Your homework is draw well-labeled diagrams of mitochondria and lysosomes, mitochondria and Golgi body, also nucleus. Draw well-labeled diagram for nucleus also. Okay. Bye all of you. See you again in
Thank
next
you,
class.
sir.
Thank you, sir.
Bye.
Bye.